Have you ever dreamed that you died and then woke up wondering what it meant? Dreams about death aren't always about dying. They're about changing. These vivid, often haunting dreams are among the most powerful messages your subconscious can send. Whether you're witnessing someone else's death or experiencing your own, the meaning goes far beyond fear. Death in dreams often signals the end of a cycle, a personal transformation, or even the need to let go of something you've outgrown. It's not a bad omen. It's a wake-up call from your inner self, ready to find out what's really dying inside of you, so something new can be born. Have you ever dreamed that you died, or that someone you loved did? You wake up breathless, heart pounding, shaken by the vivid images still echoing in your mind. Death dreams are among the most haunting and unforgettable we can have. But contrary to what many fear, these dreams are rarely about literal death. They're about change. Dreaming about death can feel terrifying, like an omen, a warning, or a sign that something is wrong. But in the symbolic language of dreams, death often represents the end of something in your life. A relationship, a belief, a habit, or even an identity. And where something ends, something new begins. Think of it like this. Just as a caterpillar dies to become a butterfly, parts of us must also symbolically die to allow transformation. Your subconscious uses a powerful symbol of death to say, "This chapter is over. Are you ready to evolve?" In some cases, dreaming of death means you're already going through a deep transition. Maybe you're outgrowing a role you played for too long, at work, in your relationships, or even within yourself. You may feel scared or uncertain, but the dream is there to acknowledge your inner shift. Other times, these dreams reveal emotional detachment, unresolved grief, or even a desire to escape a painful situation. Have you been avoiding a hard truth? Suppressing your feelings? Ignoring your intuition? The dream might be urging you to let go before life forces you to. And what if you dream about someone else's death? That too is often symbolic. The person might represent a part of you that's fading, a trait, an old version of yourself, or even a memory you've been holding on to. Some cultures see death in dreams as a positive omen, a sign of longevity, spiritual renewal, or cleansing. Others see it as a direct message from ancestors or guides, urging you to embrace rebirth. The truth is, death in dreams is rarely about endings alone. It's about transformation. It's your mind's way of preparing you for the unknown and inviting you to step into a new version of yourself. So before you panic about that dream where everything ended, ask instead, what part of me is ready to begin? Psychological and symbolic meaning. From a psychological perspective, death in dreams rarely represents literal death. Instead, it often symbolizes a major shift in your emotional state, identity, or life direction. You might be going through a breakup, leaving a job, graduating, moving to a new place, or simply growing out of an old mindset. Death, in this case, symbolizes the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Dreaming of your own death may reflect feelings of being overwhelmed, burnout, or ready to let go of responsibilities or expectations. It can also represent a desire for a clean slate, a chance to start over without the baggage of your past. Dreaming about someone else's death may indicate a change in your relationship with that person or what they represent in your life. Sometimes, it means you're emotionally detaching or that you're recognizing how someone close to you is evolving or fading from your world. Spiritual or mystical interpretation. In spiritual or mystical traditions, dreams of death are often considered positive omens. They can represent spiritual rebirth, awakening, or the death of the ego, clearing the way for higher consciousness. The message is not you're going to die, but rather you are becoming something new. In dream mysticism, seeing your own death can symbolize a soul-level transformation. You are being invited to surrender control, release attachment, and trust that something greater is unfolding. Cultural curiosities. Different cultures interpret death dreams in powerful ways. In Chinese culture, dreaming of death is seen as a good sign, often interpreted as a symbol of longevity or fortune. In Mexican traditions, especially around Dia de los Muertos, death is a celebration of life and continuity. In ancient Egyptian symbolism, death in dreams is a gateway to wisdom and spiritual evolution. In Western cultures, however, death dreams are often feared, misunderstood as omens rather than metaphors for personal growth. Variations: how different death dreams reveal different messages. Not all death dreams are the same. The context, the emotions, and the people involved all shape what your subconscious is trying to say. Here are some common variations and what they could mean. 1. Dreaming of your own death. This usually symbolizes a personal transformation. You might be shedding an old identity, belief system, or lifestyle. It can also reflect a desire to escape pressure, restart, or find freedom from emotional burdens. 2. Dreaming of a loved one's death. This often means you're going through a change in your relationship with that person. It may reflect emotional distance, fear of losing them, or the realization that your dynamic is shifting. 3. Dreaming of a stranger's death. This might symbolize the death of a part of yourself that you don't fully recognize, a hidden habit, repressed emotion, or forgotten memory. It could also represent your fear of the unknown. 4. Being present at a funeral in the dream. Attending a funeral, especially your own, can symbolize closure, acceptance, or readiness to move on from a past chapter in life. It may be your subconscious way of saying goodbye to something that no longer serves you. 5. Dying peacefully versus dying violently. Peaceful death might symbolize acceptance and calm transition. Violent death can reflect inner turmoil, emotional chaos, or fear of change. 6. Dying and then coming back to life, rebirth. This powerful variation symbolizes resilience, second chances, or spiritual awakening. You've died to an old version of yourself and are ready to step into something greater. 7. Seeing death symbolically, like a grim reaper or skeleton. These archetypes often represent your relationship with mortality, change, or a part of you that feels threatened. They can also point to unresolved fears or suppressed grief. Each dream is unique, but all of them, in their own way, are trying to help you release what's ending and prepare for what's next. Final tips and reflections. What to do if you often dream about death. Recurring dreams about death can feel disturbing, but they are often some of the most powerful invitations for change and self-reflection. Instead of fearing them, try to use these dreams as tools for awareness and growth. 1. Ask yourself, what's ending in my life? Dreams of death often appear when we're at a turning point, whether emotional, professional, or spiritual. Are you leaving a job, outgrowing a friendship, questioning a long-held belief? Recognize what chapter may be closing and what new version of yourself is trying to emerge. 2. Let go consciously. Sometimes we resist change because we're afraid of the unknown. But these dreams might be encouraging you to release what no longer serves you, like toxic habits, fear-based thinking, or self-doubt. You don't have to know what's next. Just be willing to let go of what's holding you back. 3. Use rituals for closure. Write a letter to the old you and symbolically let it go. Tear it, burn it safely, or bury it. Creating small rituals of closure can help your subconscious process what your conscious mind is still clinging to. 4. Embrace transformation. Death in dreams is often followed by rebirth. You're being called to evolve. This could mean stepping into new roles, accepting deeper truths, or unlocking new creative energy. Ask yourself, who am I becoming? 5. Keep a death dream journal. Track your death-related dreams and how they evolve. Are they becoming more peaceful over time? Are the same people or places involved? Patterns reveal progress. Over time, you may notice that these dreams become less frightening and more symbolic, mirroring your growth. 6. Practice grounding in inner peace. Since death dreams can be emotionally intense, It's helpful to stay grounded during the day. Try daily meditation, nature walks, or deep breathing exercises. Even 5 minutes a day can calm your nervous system and reduce recurring night fears. 7. Reflect on fear itself. Sometimes, dreaming of death is simply your mind's way of processing anxiety about change, aging, or loss. You're not weird or cursed, you're human. These fears are universal. By dreaming of death, your mind is trying to help you face them in a safe, symbolic space. Final thought. Every ending is the beginning of something else. Death in dreams isn't the end, it's the doorway. Dreams of death are not to be feared. They are signs that you're in a state of inner transition. They invite you to pause, reflect, and step into your next chapter with awareness. If these dreams keep returning, consider a nudge. What part of you is ready to die so a stronger, wiser version can rise? Thanks for watching today's episode on What Dreams Mean. If you've ever dreamed of dying or of someone close to you passing away, know that you're not alone. These dreams are deeply emotional, but they are not warnings. They're messages of transformation. Think about it this way. Your mind isn't trying to scare you. It's trying to help you grow. Whether it's the end of a relationship, a major life shift, or just you evolving into a new version of yourself. Death dreams are often a sign that something better is trying to emerge. So here's your invitation. Share your experience in the comments. Who or what did you dream about? Did it feel peaceful or frightening? How did you feel when you woke up? Your story might help someone else feel less alone. And if you found this video helpful, like and subscribe to What Dreams Mean for more weekly insights. Every dream has a meaning, and together we're learning to listen. Until next time, remember, death in dreams is never the end. It's the beginning of who you're meant to become. Sleep well and embrace the change.